Hey, this is Stacy from Let's Cook, y'all. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new, welcome. We're so glad you're here. We hope you'll enjoy the content on our channel and you'll consider hitting that red subscribe button. We're back with a brand new week of some easy and delicious weeknight meals. We show you how we make each one. We've got some new recipes for you, and we've also had some other events going on around our house. As always, we hope you enjoy the video. For today's dinner, I need some coleslaw. I feel like I've shown this 1,000 times. I'm only going to use half the bag of just a bag coleslaw mix. I've got a recipe that I'm going to make. I don't think we've shown y'all that uses the other half of the bag. We do have another recipe that's an Asian chicken and cabbage that I use a half a bag for. I'm a little lazy today. I'm just going to take the coleslaw out. I actually take mine out and go through it because I find that their machines aren't that good and I'm a little picky. So I pick through the pieces. I chop it up. I usually add some extra carrot. I'm a little lazy. I'm not peeling carrot today. I did add some red onion, and I'm gonna do some pickle, and this is just my basic mayonnaise based coleslaw. I add pickle, mayonnaise, a whole lot of salt and pepper, a splash of milk, a splash of lemon, a splash of vinegar, a splash of the pickle juice. You can leave it out. I'm just a dill pickle fanatic. You can easily use relish, and I like things a little bit on the sweet side, so I put a pinch of sugar. So I'm just going to mix this all up. I find that coleslaw, at least the oil and vinegar and the mayonnaise one, do better if you make them a little bit ahead of time and give them a little time in the refrigerator to meld and kind of soften the cabbage for the slaw. I do a lot of tasting and adjusting. I get the coleslaw mixed up earlier in the day and then put it in the fridge. And then when it's time for Tim to grill, I took out 2 chicken breasts I thawed out. Rather than brushing them with oil, I'm using my sprayer. I'm really enjoying it these days. I season them simply with salt, pepper, and my favorite Trader Joe's 21 seasoning salute.
How do you like that?
Plain for me. Actually, that's leftover for another meal. I'm planning ahead. And barbecue for you. Thank you for grilling for me, sweetheart.
Like that.
Got a mess got to clean up. Really quick and easy. Tim did all the work. He grilled some pretty good looking chicken. Barbecue sauce. So barbecue chicken. Baked beans out of a can Bush's made. Made some homemade creamy coleslaw. We've got chicken left for tomorrow. Tim's helping me drink up these cherry limeades. And I've got some fruit because I don't eat baked beans. That chicken looks moist and juicy.
It is.
Barbecue chicken, baked beans, and coleslaw is what's for dinner
today.
Again, I feel like I've shown how to make this easy honey mustard vinaigrette before, but we have new people stopping by all the time. We've also had several people lately leave lovely comments that they've tried making their own salad dressings after seeing us do this. This is my favorite one. I take a little bit of mayonnaise, equal parts of 2 different kinds of mustard. I match the honey to the same amount as the mustards, then add some white wine vinegar, some olive oil, some salt and pepper. It's quick and easy. It takes less than 2 minutes. This is the leftover grilled chicken breast that I had Tim grill for me. I have made this recipe using rotisserie chicken and also canned chicken, so I feel like this will work just fine. It would probably be better pulled, but I'm just gonna slice it and pull it. To the chopped chicken, I took half a block of cream cheese, so 4 ounces. I softened it up. I'm gonna mix the chicken with the cream cheese with some taco seasoning, some jarred salsa, and just whatever kind of cheese you've got. I would probably prefer to use Monterey Jack and cheddar, but I have this quesadilla cheese from Walmart opened, so I'm just going to use what I've got open. Mix the chicken and cheese mixture and then roll it into tortillas. At that point, you could pan fry them, put them all on a cookie sheet, bake them in the oven, but I'm going to spritz them with olive oil and do in my air fryer. I don't know what you call these. Chicken roll-ups, chicken flautas, chicken taquitos. Don't really know what you call them. We call them delicious. So many days I feel like I've turned into my mother. She never measured, and I've turned into her. I didn't measure the taco seasoning. I just sprinkled some on. I just poured in some salsa. I'm going to have to go find another jar. I grabbed a couple of handfuls of the kind of cheese I had open, a queso. You can use Monterey Jack, cheddar Jack, Colby Jack, whatever you have open. You can make it a little bit looser than this. This is kind of the consistency that I feel like works well for me. I just plop some in the middle of the tortilla and roll up burrito style. You can put as little or as much as you like. We kind of like them overstuffed. One of my favorite things about fall is switching my salads. Thought I had a block of cheddar in the refrigerator. I did not, so I just used shredded, but I like to do cheddar with apples, and that's too many apples, walnuts and craisins. It works really well with that dressing we made. And it's one of my favorite things about fall. I sprayed the basket really well. I'll put these in at 360 for 12 minutes, and I'll flip them over at 6 so they'll get brown and crunchy on both sides. Another quick and easy one, but we love this one. I don't even know what you would call them. Chicken flautas, taquitos. You saw me make them. We did them in the air fryer. They're done in 12 minutes. They're good and crispy, hard. We'll have them with some sour cream. You could do beans. I felt more like corn today. And in an ode to try to be a little healthy, and it is fall, I made one of my favorite salads, a cheddar apple walnut, and some homemade honey mustard vinaigrette. So chicken taquitos, corn, and salad is what's for dinner today. I got my last box of these shumai that we bought at Trader Joe's, still working on the freezer. They are very small and manageable. There's 9 of them in here. They're very small. They work for us. Got out my little rice cooker, got 2 cups of water in the bottom. I'm gonna steam these for about 6 minutes in my rice cooker. I've chopped up some onions. I'm gonna chop up some carrots, and I will run my knife through the other half of some packaged coleslaw mix. If you watch here very often, you know I make Chinese at home regularly. I always get out my red wok. I inevitably get at least one comment asking where I purchased my wok. It came from Target about 7 or 8 years ago, and I haven't seen it since. I do apologize. I always heat it up, add some avocado or peanut oil, a little bit of garlic and ginger, and I always do the hardest stuff first, which is hard vegetables like onions and carrots. This is a half a pound of ground turkey. Since I'm only using half of the coleslaw mix, if you're using a whole bag, use a whole pound. Sprinkle a little bit of garlic and ginger on the meat. And some pepper. The soy sauce is going to have enough salt for me. And I had a problem with my camera. You did not see me add the half bag of coleslaw and hear me talk about how my meat was almost browned. I added the half a bag of coleslaw to my half a pound of meat once it was about ready, just wilting it down. My camera is giving me problems, and that is never good. Once it's about ready, the star of the show is just an easy bottled peanut sauce. You can also make your own. I have done that many times. I also will I will taste it, but it's very possible I may add a drop of this sweet chili sauce just because I have it and just because we love it. This one's really quick, and if you use the bottled peanut sauce, it couldn't be easier. You do not have to chop extra carrots and onions, so if you're averse to chopping, just go with the coleslaw mix. And that is my air fryer beeping, so I'm going to stop and put in some egg rolls. Packaged egg rolls that I thawed out a little bit. You can also defrost them in the microwave for 60 or 90 seconds just to get some of the frozen off of them. I sprayed my basket well. I've sprayed the egg rolls well. These won't take long because they're already fully cooked. Probably about 4 minutes at 360. I had problems with my camera. I totally forgot the soy sauce, which I use soy and liquid aminos. Then you were supposed to add the soy sauce while the meat was cooking. Then you were supposed to add the cabbage coleslaw mix and wilt it down, and then at the end you add the peanut sauce, and I also added a little chili sauce. I don't know how much of that I got on camera because I'm having camera issues, but this is an easy turkey peanut skillet or beef peanut skillet, whatever kind of meat you use. Also have some brown rice going, just a boiling bag. I've got the shumai steamed in the rice cooker and some egg rolls crisping up in the air fryer. It's quick and easy. Another Asian inspired meal. This one's really easy. Just some bottled peanut sauce, coleslaw, and ground turkey. I steamed some shumai or little dumplings, did some brown rice and egg rolls, and we will make our plates. That's what's for dinner today. I'm trying to cook and eat a little more seasonally, so I'm happy that Brussels sprouts are back in season, although I much prefer asparagus in the springtime. I'm still prepping the vegetables. I've preheated my oven for 425. I'm going to roast the Brussels sprouts. I've got the Brussels sprouts halved. I'm going to toss them just with olive oil, salt, and pepper. I have peeled 2 sweet potatoes. I'm going to cut those into big chunks. I will also toast the sweet potatoes in olive oil, salt, pepper. But my other favorite combination for those, and I usually do it in the air fryer, but since I've got the oven going, I'm going to do that. I also like to add Italian seasoning and some crushed red pepper. So while my oven preheats, I'm going to keep going with the vegetables. So every year as we transition from summer to fall, I always kind of struggle. I miss my berries and fresh fruit and stuff in the summer, and I always struggle in the fall trying to find fresh produce. I tend to switch more to frozen and canned, and I'm curious if you do too, or if you keep mostly using fresh produce for your sides as we transition, or if you've got a garden, hopefully you've got a lot of fresh grown stuff you have yourself instead of having to buy it. So leave us a comment and let us know. I timed it. It took about 5 minutes, so it's not the quickest thing in the world. And you can of course buy them already prepped. Just pay a little more. My time is a little cheaper than the people at the grocery store, but absolutely. Might should have got a bigger sheet pan. I've already oiled that one though. We're going to go with it. Now I'm going to prep the entree. This is a recipe that my sister, I think, got out of a Heart Healthy cookbook probably 25 years ago. She gave it to my mom, who gave it to me. We're going to bake the chicken with some yogurt, a yogurt mixture. These are very thin chicken breasts. The recipe just calls, because it's from a Heart Healthy cookbook, to put a little lemon juice on them. I did salt, and I'm going to put a little pepper on them too. Forgot to do the pepper. You have to distract it with the salt. I'll put a little lemon juice on them. You can put a little cayenne or Tabasco. I've got both, but I'll probably just put a little sprinkle of cayenne on them. Tim does like things very spicy and flavorful, and I think that's a key to your cooking healthy or heart healthy, is to use a lot of spice, and I tend to try to do that anyway. So we're going to put these in a baking pan. You could probably do all of this together on a sheet pan, but knowing that these were so much thinner than normal chicken breasts, these out of a bag from Walmart, I think. They're very, very thin. Get these in the pan, and then we will mix up a yogurt sauce. The yogurt sauce keeps them really moist. For the yogurt mixture, and I'm cutting everything in half. The original recipe doubled everything. It was a cup of plain yogurt. I'm using plain non-fat Greek yogurt. I have a big one that I'm trying to use up, hence this recipe. So I'm going to cut everything in half. So this is a half a cup of yogurt, a tablespoon of flour. So if you're making it for 4 people, you would use a cup of yogurt, 2 tablespoons of flour. My oven just kicked off, so I'm going to go put my vegetables in because I actually think they're going to take longer than the chicken, and I'll be right back. Next ingredient, the regular size, is a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, so that's 4 tablespoons, so I'm just going to do 2. Cut it in half. Mix that with some Dijon mustard. The original recipe calls for 2 tablespoons. So I'm just going to eyeball 1. You would add just a 1/4 tablespoon of Worcestershire. I'm just going to give it a good splash. The original recipe calls for a 1/2 teaspoon of thyme. I'm just going to use dry. Again, eyeballing it about a 1/4 teaspoon. Mix all this together. Put it over the chicken. You're supposed to garnish it with green onions, which I do not have, so I'm skipping that. Some Parmesan cheese, which I do have, and some paprika. I grabbed the smoked before I got to the regular. So this yogurt mixture goes on top of the chicken. And error, I actually hadn't made this recipe in probably 15 years. The cheese doesn't go on to the end. I'm just going to put a little paprika on top. We're going to bake it, and towards the last 5 minutes or so, we'll add some Parmesan cheese. The recipe actually says to broil it. I will probably just leave it in the oven with the vegetables. So the baked yogurt chicken before it goes in. It's been about 20 minutes at 400. Like I said, these were really thin. I took my instant read thermometer and the chicken registered 165. So I'm going to put a little Parmesan cheese on top. The recipe says to broil it. I'll likely just stick it back and let it melt. And these are probably about done. The sweet potatoes and the Brussels sprouts, but I'll go ahead and stick them back probably just for another 2 or 3 minutes, and then it'll be time to eat. Dinner today is hopefully a little bit on the healthy side. We've got some yogurt baked chicken, some roasted sweet potatoes, some roasted Brussels sprouts. I made us a big fall harvest salad just with some apple, cheddar, and walnut, and I did add some craisins. So we will fix our plates. Tim will be thrilled.
Tim is thrilled.
Tim's thrilled to be eating healthy. I would have done fish. Healthy? I would have done fish.
Is that chicken?
That's chicken up under there, under all of that cheese.
Oh, that's all right. I'm eating healthy.
You are. That's what's for dinner today. I use the word healthy, and it has yogurt. Are you really excited or what?
I'm thinking portion control.
I know it. Open it up. Did it? It registered 165. Does it look good on the inside?
Looks pretty good. Juicy.
That's the yogurt. Look at you. You're only eating half a chicken breast? I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. 2 quick things about the yogurt chicken. Like a crock pot meal, it doesn't photograph well. And the second thing is, it works great fresh, but because of the yogurt, it does not heat up well, so it does not work well for leftovers. It is time again for our monthly ladies luncheon. Our Sunday school ladies get together once a month to celebrate birthdays. We had 5 this month: Debbie, Ann, Maybelle, Linda, and me. I got pictures of most everyone that was there. The lights behind us messed up a lot of them. We went to Biaggi's again. Several of the ladies got either the bruschetta or the half and half. You can get half a sandwich and some salad, half a salad and soup. I got half a salad and a little white pizza, which was delicious. So I panned around and got a few of the ladies' plates. Everything was good. We had a wonderful time, as always, and I was able to bring some pizza home for Tim. And we were able to return to a favorite. Last year we didn't have it because of COVID, but our church had their fall festival and also Halloween get together for the community. We went early to help set up, so this is some of the booths and the inflatables and things that we had at our church before it got crowded. Our Sunday school group had a goldfish toss. There was a lot of fun booths. There was a big stage. Here's my friend Beth showing a little girl how to toss the ball into the little jar that had goldfish in it. My sweet friend Linda took 2 pictures of me in my new Be Kind to Everyone shirt, which supports a young lady named Jordan who has autism. I'll leave information about that in the description box below. Tim and I stayed the whole time to help. We took a quick break, walked past the stage where one of the bands was playing, over to where the food trucks were, stood in line at the most popular one to get us a little bite to eat. Tim got a chicken on a stick, and I got a foot-long corn dog. It tasted kind of like fair food. It was really good. We enjoyed listening to the music and seeing all the kids in their Halloween costumes having a good time, and we had a lot of fun and fellowship with the members of our Sunday school. Thanks so much for stopping by. Take care. Have a wonderful and truly blessed day.